psychologists try to focus more on individual level. So, we base our meaning and value to things such as cars based on our concept of ourself. So, according to William James, was the one of the first who described self as the totality of everything. That the material self once calls his or hers, which include equal the material self. So this material self focuses more on the body, our clothes, and belonging, our immediate family, as well as the places we call home. So it focuses more on what you obtain or what you possess, such as things or even those people. So French philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre, Russell Bell further research on the material self and the theory, space, and time. A tool helps the world over our strengths. A weapon extends our reach. A uniform helps us relate with the group, or a t-shirt can remind us to our own battles. So the things that we obtain in the concept of the material self helps us boost our identity. It helps boost our reputations or on how we see ourselves. That's how they relate the material self to the theory.
Self-related previous thought words which connect with the object. The example, first is the throat controlling the object. The example like of that first is throat. The controlling of the object is like learning to ride a bike or finally teaching a your dog a trait that you want him to learn to do. Next, we also connect through using object to the control others. Like of the example that like a greeting gift or a using friends. And second, Saturn is it that we make a continue with an object thoughts either the creating or buying it. Like an example of spending a lot of money or something will also make you care for it more. Like when someone wants to borrow your costume made and buy or a car you keep and I will your kids take it.
Knowing about something words opinion between you and what you think of your display. Is it in your life or ever master something about anything belong to music or story and in time you make because either a musical or story which will be part of your activity. Another one is knowing about a person, musical and in a more intimate level what he or she becomes a part of you.
This material self also related to other concepts like materialism and self-esteem. During the work of Prescience and down to 1992, materialism is about the belief of a person on the importance of material objects to the achievement of happiness or success. Chan 2019.
Security studies support that materialism is personally related to self-esteem, meaning it's more likely that a materialistic person is using objects or compensate for his or her low self-esteem or something is lacking on her personality like a good relation with family and kids, to make friends or romantic relationship and like to set up might be because he or she is more emotionally connected to object than people, or he or she is using material object to gain acceptance in a circle of people.
Furthermore, a study by Richards 1984 found that highly materialistic people use value on their belongings for their use, especially as a boost for social status, while less materialistic people value their position for joy and comfort that they get from these things. Christopher Ashton 2004. Material self also include people. We can apply the idea of using objects to using people. We can therefore argue that a person who uses objects to gain acceptance and privilege are also more likely to regulate trends. Let us note that most of the discussion so far is about objects, but the material self is also includes people. We can apply then the idea of using objects to use people. In fact, you can find out interesting how people in road rage, at least in our country, usually bring up their connections like, I know this politician or that lawyer or those artists.
Self and objects through life are perfect perspective and connection with objects developed through time. Like a child playing with a ball, the transitioning to ball games and probably winning from applications. The connection of the self to the immaterial world develops and changes over time. So the studies show that even with cultural differences, there seems to be similar experience in the development of the material self throughout the life of a person. According to 1998, there would be 4 stages of this development. These 4 stages are: number 1 is the infant distinguishes self from environment. And number 2, the infant distinguishes self from others. Number 3, possessions helps adolescents and adults manage their identities, and possessions help the old persons have a sense of continuity and preparation for it.
The adult self continues to extend to more objects as the needs as well as the means to acquire changes. For example, a teenager who was interested in drag race cars before, but now, as became a father, would rather go for more utilitarian type. The material self also gets on a more specific interest. You may find that later in life that you will become more interested in power tools or kitchenware or appliances as you will get older.
It must be noted that acquisition and attachment to objects still depend who we think we are, who we want to be perceived by others. Jared 2013.
Old age brings another aspect to the relationship between the owner and the object. Old age now becomes a vessel of honor. So like the camera you bring to your travels, it becomes a source of comfort as well as an achievement. Also like the trophy, diploma, became a source of legacy for the future. Or as well as the house and lands that you will